And now you can see the Backseat Mogul Show in all its video glory on our YouTube page at roughedge.tv. It's tiki time at Harbor Cove Cafe. Dive into the tropical paradise at the end of Spinnaker Drive in Ventura with vibrant drinks, delicious bites, award-winning fish and chips, and more. Now featuring extended hours, a dinner menu, and happy hour, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Harbor Cove Cafe, the hidden treasure at the end of Spinnaker Drive. Visit harborcovecafe.net for more information.
Showbiz is a cruel and shallow money trench, a long plastic hallway where thieves and pimps run free and good men die like dogs for no good reason. There's also a bad side.
Hi, sorry, couldn't find the right button. How come I shortened what?
The music,
Because it's a 3-minute, 14-second song, and you don't want 3 minutes and 14 seconds with the introduction to a podcast. Ours is too long as it is already.
Also, what it is, you're afraid I'm going to get whiplash with my.
I don't care about that. If you give yourself whiplash, head banging, that's on you, buddy.
Humor me.
Hey, this is the Backseat Mogul Show live here on Rough Edge FM. I am our Scott Bolton, JohnyD sitting right there. Jeff Genet is out this week. He's going to visit the ghosts at the Haunted Museum up in Las Vegas. He's going there for other reasons too, but that's the main reason. So hopefully Jeff will be back next Saturday, and hopefully he'll have a tales to tell us about the Haunted Museum, because it is really a very interesting place. So John and I were trying to find something to talk about today. We got nothing. So we're just going to sit here and
look pretty.
Yeah. Okay. We're not going to do that.
No,
already failed at that. Yeah. But if you'd like to ask us any questions, just shoot into the chat room and ask away. If you want us to shut up, sorry, just turn off to change the channel. But anyway, we did see some movies this week, so we'll talk about those. And we're going to talk about box office first, because Scream 7 opened this weekend. They've been doing a pretty good marketing campaign with it. They've had not only the trailers that they've got going, but they've got some pretty cool popcorn buckets. Have you seen the Scream 7 popcorn buckets?
Yes, I
They're
have.
They're pretty cool. And also they've done a campaign where somebody dressed as Ghostface walks into a theater and sneaks up on somebody who's not paying attention. They're talking to their neighbor or whatever, and he stands there until they turn around and there's Ghostface, and they jump and they're shocked and whatever. And you know, I'm really surprised there's 7 Scream movies now. I couldn't tell you one apart from the other one. I've seen several, don't know which ones I've seen. I have not seen all 7, which is why I will not go to the theater to see Scream 7 until I catch up. I'm sure you don't have to, but and another thing is, I'm a huge Neve Campbell fan, and I'm going to wait until it comes out.
I may have seen the very first one. It's so long ago, I don't remember.
Yeah.
But yeah, wasn't there even a parody of?
Oh, there sure was.
Scream.
The haunted scary movie.
Yeah. Now, would that be considered part of the Scream? Because
no, of course not. No, it's not. They didn't use the character. They used different characters. They used the Ghostface Killer, just a mask. It's like the Shatner mask. So Scream 1 was 1996, so it's been on 30 years since this series premiered. And the titles are in order: Scream 1, Scream 2, Scream 3, Scream 4, Scream 5, Scream 6, and now Scream 7. And based on the box office, because they're saying it's going to be $60 million this weekend, which is the biggest for the franchise ever, there will be a Scream 8. So
a Scream 8?
Scream 8.
Oh, I thought you said Scream Make. Which Scream Make? Get it? Script.
This is why Jeff is so important to the show these days.
I'm looking at that thing up there.
I have a list. The audience can't see this. John tends to forget that. I have a list of the posters from the movies.
Well, I'm looking at it, and Scream 5 doesn't say 5. It just says Scream.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
That was probably a reboot or something. I don't know.
I mean, it's dated 2025.
Yeah, and it's in order there. It doesn't say Scream 5. It goes Scream 4, 2011, and then Scream 2022. That's why. So you can see how long that. But then again, they get back into the throw of things with Scream 6 and, of course, Scream 7 out there. It's good that Scream 7 is doing so well. Again, here are horror movies that are making all the killings. You should forgive the pun, at the box office. That's a good thing. People are going to the movies and they're going to see. If they go see the horror movies, that's fine, just as long as they're going to the theaters and having a good time. Now, the interesting thing about Scream is that it doesn't have that great reviews. It has about 34% on the Rotten Tomatoes score. Now, do you think that matters based on that in the box office?
For this type of movie, no.
No. Yeah, Scream 7 is 33% good reviews now. And here's the thing. Most of the reviews state things like, I'm sorry, I need to take just a quick break here. John and I were discussing how we need another microphone for the studio. And this was 5 minutes before showtime. Now I'm getting all kinds of ads on my pages for microphones.
Somebody's listening.
That's bizarre. Anyway, so Scream 7, $60 million is going to be more coming. I lost my train of thought about the rest of it. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But the bottom line is there will be more. And,
should I scream?
No, you should not.
Wait a minute. Scream. We all scream for ice cream.
So anyway, my point was 33%. I got my track back. 30. Did you really go to the ice cream thing? 33% of the critics gave it good reviews, and most of the reviews stated the same thing. Well, they didn't break any new ground, or, oh, we've all seen this before, or, oh, it's another tread of the same material. That's why it's a sequel. That's what people want. They want more of the same. I don't understand why that's always an issue. You see that all the time with Jason Statham movies. Oh, it's just another Jason Statham movie. Exactly. It's another Jason Statham movie. I don't want to see one where he's some college professor who's falls in love with a young girl and then they have this dramatic relationship about. No, that's not what I want to see Jason Statham for. I want to see him beat up the bad guys.
Yeah. What would be cool is if he was a college professor, he does fall in love, and then he has to beat up a bad guy. That would be cool.
It's not enough.
Actually, several.
It's not enough. There you go. Several bad guys. And by the way, if you haven't seen Shelter, the latest Jason Statham movie, it was better than I expected it to be. It was better than a Working Man. That's for sure. It's on pay-per-view now, so you can actually stream it at home.
But Working Man, he did beat up a lot of people.
He did. But why did they have to be Mad Max people?
Yeah, well, that's true.
It's like, I don't understand why these characters had to, just let them beat up guys in suits. They don't, if John Wick has proved anything, you don't need a guy with antlers tied to his head to fight Jason Statham. You don't need a female serial killer, a female assassin crashing into at a gas station and she's dressed like an anime character. You don't need that.
Wait a minute, that was a beekeeper.
Yeah, and that was the one mistake they made in Beekeeper, because it was all of a sudden this anime, and everybody who sees that movie goes, "Where'd that character come from?" You don't need it. Just John Wick has proven it. So anyway, we'll see.
I am really looking forward to Beekeeper 2.
Production has completed on that, they say.
Oh, sweet. And I really would like to see another Spy. That was so.
I don't think Spy 2 is ever going to happen, and I don't understand why. It was a monster hit. Maybe the budget's not there for those 3 salaries, because you have to have Melissa McCarthy.
Mm-hmm.
Who was the other one? Was it Sandra? It wasn't Sandra. She did another movie with her. Kristen Wiig.
I can't remember who was in that. It might have been her.
Oh, Rose Byrne.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Jude Law. No, Jude Law is good.
Why don't you just go ahead and read the rest of the actors there so that everybody knows?
Okay, Bobby Cannavale, Miranda Hart.
Yeah, we're not going to let him do that. But I was just looking up to see who the one person was. So, Spy was very good, and it was a big hit, and there was talk about a sequel, and maybe Melissa and Melissa slimmed down. She's looking good these days. She looks more like a spy than she did in that. And you know what? Jason Statham could ask her, "How'd you lose all that weight?" And she goes, "Well, I dieted, didn't I?" No, that's
Well, I did, didn't I? One thing I did like about that movie, we were talking earlier about Jason Statham. You want him to beat up people. I don't think
yeah.
he beat that many people up, and it was more of a comedic thing.
Well, it was a parody of his characters.
Yeah, and I really, really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was a parody of all of the characters that he's played. He didn't beat people up because they were making fun of the fact that here they are, these two female spies who are busting their rear ends to get things done, and he's walking around with his suit that he just made.
Didn't I?
Yeah, it's one of Jason Statham's best roles.
I
don't think we're going to see Spy 2. I don't think it's going to happen.
I really liked him in Bank Job. That was such a good movie.
We've hit the nostalgia portion of the show today.
Well, we need something to talk about.
Yeah, it's been over 10 years now since that, almost 10 years. No, almost 11 years now that Spy was released. I just don't see a sequel happening to it, which is unfortunately too bad. But anyway, what else? So coming up in future months here, we've got a lot of great movies coming up. And March 6th, which is next Friday, we've got The Bride, which is Jesse Buckley, who's going to win an Oscar this year, and Jake Gyllenhaal. That's how he says his name. Christian Bale and Annette Bening.
That's a good cast.
It is a spin on the Frankenstein's Bride story, and I'm looking very much forward to that.
You remember who played Frankenstein's Bride way back when?
Ella Fitzgerald.
Elsa Lam.
Of course I do that.
She was fantastic.
Okay. We've gone back to 1932 now.
Pretty much.
John saw that in theaters. Protector.
I was on the production.
And by the way, I'm just telling you the movies that I want to see because there's other movies that are coming out too. And maybe I'll mention a couple of those, but the ones I'm very excited about, The Bride, I'm very excited about. Protector, I'm very excited about. It's Mia Jovovich doing a John Wick kind of thing. So I'm all for that. Let's see. Heel is a crime drama with Stephen Graham. That's March 4th, March 6th. That's this coming week.
What is Youngblood about? I noticed that there's an actor's name, Blair Underwood, I recognized.
I don't know. Does it say anything about it there?
No.
Okay. So how am I supposed to know?
I don't know. I thought maybe you did. Sorry.
Yeah,
I haven't done that voice since last week.
Oh,
and by the way, I did not do the Irish accent when I was typing and when I did the
it's about a young hockey protege. John has this thing. Just again, John, you got to remember the audience doesn't know the stuff that happens off camera. When we go to lunch or something, he inevitably starts talking to somebody with some kind of an accent, be it British, Irish, Jewish, whatever it is. He does it, and it's so embarrassing and so annoying that even my wife says, "Would you tell John not to do that anymore?" I said, "I've told him time after time. He doesn't listen."
Well, sometimes.
So he sent us.
I don't realize I just started doing it.
Yeah, that's not the problem.
Yeah,
it's horrible. And then the worst thing is we're at Dargan's, which is an Irish pub out here in Ventura. And John's throwing out his Irish accent. And well, it's a good Irish accent, isn't it? It's good. And the girl behind the counter is like, I don't know. Oh, hold on. Here's the owner. He's really Irish. He walks over and John does his Irish accent. And the guy goes, well, that's an accent. And he walked away. Not a good accent.
But an accent.
So John needs to stop that is what my point is.
Or was it more of an accident? Hey, like that?
Okay. Yeah, it's well. Jeff, for the love of God, don't go on vacation anymore. I'm begging you. Okay. See what else we got coming out? Except I think I just closed that screen. Yeah, I did.
Oh, no.
Because, summer's just around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
And so the real movies are going to start, the big movies are going to start coming out here. So, as I said, March 6th, we've got The Bride and Protector. I'm looking forward to both of those. March 13th, Reminders of Him is a movie I've heard a little bit about. There's a science fiction movie called Undertone, Scared to Death, which is a comedy horror film with Lynn Shay and Bill Moseley.
Oh, that first one, The Gates. James Vanderbeek. That must be the last thing he worked on.
I bet it was, yeah. May 20th, we have Project Hail Mary. The early reviews are out for Project Hail Mary, and they are stellar. No pun intended, again, being a science fiction film. I love the fact that they have made it clear that this movie is about a guy who goes into space to save the planet Earth, and he meets an alien from another planet who's trying to do the same thing.
For
and
his planet.
for the universe. And they're making it clear, like, the alien isn't the point of the story. The relationship might be the saving the universe is, but don't be overtaken by the alien. And that's smart that they're doing that in advance. By the way, if you haven't read that book, outstanding book, science, very difficult to follow. But the author makes it pretty easy. It was a very interesting book.
I can just see it now, even though this movie comes out March 20th. Christmas toys.
Well, we'll see. I don't know if it's that kind of movie. It also depends on how well it does at the box office. Ready or Not 2, Here I Come is being released on the same day. If you haven't seen Ready or Not, you need to. It was a blast. I'm hoping that this one is as much fun as that one was. Let's see what else we got here. March 27th, we've got They Will Kill You, which is a horror film action comedy with Zazie Beetz and Patricia Arquette. Don't know anything about that, but that alone interests me in it.
Mm-hmm.
Forbidden Fruits, which is a comedy horror film with Lily Reinhardt, maybe. And yeah, so April 3rd, you've got The Drama with Zendaya and Robert Pattinson. So there's something to be said. Let's see what else. The Rob Lowe is in a movie called The Third Parent, which is a horror science fiction movie. Rob Lowe and Crispin Glover.
Interesting.
That's a weird cast. That makes me.
I for some reason I thought Crispin Glover had retired from acting because I haven't heard anything.
He probably has, and then he's probably come back, and then he's probably retired, and then he's probably come back because.
Oh yeah, a lot of them do.
April 10th, we've got Beast, which is an action drama, and sports. So it's probably about somebody who goes hunting. Russell Crowe is in that one as well, and also a couple movies I haven't heard of. Newborn, which is a drama. April 17th, we've got Lee Cronin's The Mummy. As you know from watching this show, Jeff and us were a little leery of The Mummy. That being said, the advanced reviews are pretty good. So that might be better than we thought. Then there's also Normal, which is the new film from Bob Odenkirk. It's another action adventure movie that he does, like the Nobody films. And it amazes me how good Bob Odenkirk is in those action movies. You know, he said that that's all he wants to do from now on. He says, those movies are so much more fun than the serious drama stuff. I just want to do action adventure movies for the rest of my life.
I mean, if you have not seen Nobody and Nobody 2, see them in that order, because
the numbers might be a clue.
Well, you know, some people, they won't, if they go see 2, they won't get the inside jokes.
Yeah, that's why you should see them in the order that they're numbered.
And they are so fantastic. And I think they might still be on, or at least Nobody might still be on Amazon Prime Video.
I saw Nobody 2 is on as well. In fact, I watched the first few minutes of it again because I just freaking love that movie. I'm going to buy it on DVD the second it's available. Let's see. We went to the theaters this week and we saw Crime 101, which is a new crime movie, as you might tell from the title, with Chris Hemsworth, Mark Ruffalo, Barry Keoghan, and Halle Berry. Not to mention Nick Nolte makes an appearance as a crime boss sort of guy in this. It's written and directed by Bart Layton, based on a book by Don Winslow. And I will just tell you what it's about, then we'll go to John's review of it. But the story, you think Crime 101 is like a primer, like a college class. Here's Crime 101. That's not the case. It's about a jewelry thief who robs jewelry stores up and down the coast of California, very close to the 101 freeway. So that's where the Crime 101 comes from. It's, both. It means both, obviously, but the fact that he's so close to the 101 for all of his robberies is what this title really refers to. Mark Ruffalo is the cop who's been hunting him down for years. He's the only cop who believes that it's the same robber. Everybody else thinks there's multiple robbers pulling these jobs, but Ruffalo's convinced that they are linked together. And then Halle Berry plays a disgruntled employee of an insurance company who has some information that the jewelry thief can use. And Nick Nolte, as I said, is the boss of the jewelry thief. So, Johnny, Crime 101, what are your thoughts?
I thoroughly enjoyed that movie. There was only one thing I didn't like about it. Because it wasn't even in the credits. Because when the credits ended, the lights came on, so there was no extra scene.
No, there was not.
And should I say spoiler alert on this?
Well, I don't know what you're talking about.
It's about Nick Nolte's character. Remember we talked about that?
It is a spoiler alert, but it's such a minor one. I think it's okay to go ahead and.
Because of some stuff that happens between Nick Nolte's character and Chris Hemsworth character, there was no conclusion. I'll put it that way. At the end,
he didn't get his comeuppance.
Yes, exactly. Now, when you see this movie, you'll understand what I'm saying. Other than that, that was the only thing that I myself felt wrong about the movie. I thoroughly enjoyed that movie.
It did feel incomplete because of that, but I get it at the same time. I mean, he wasn't that important of a character to follow through on, really. I was surprised at the continuing stream of stars that appeared. I didn't realize Halle Berry was in this. I didn't realize that Nick Nolte was in this, so it was kind of nice to see both of them. I knew Ruffalo and Hemsworth, of course. What I loved about the movie was the fact that it was basically a police procedural with a crime story going on in the background. But it made Los Angeles a character because most of the robberies take place in Los Angeles, and it used cinematography and sound and locations to create that extra character of Los Angeles as the movie played out. Cinematography was beautiful all the way through. There's one scene they do it twice in the film where it's a drone shot and the drone slowly initially it's flying upside down and it slowly turns right side up. And it's just awe-inspiring. It just engages you instantly. The acting was through the roof. Chris Hemsworth deserves more attention than he gets. And I know he gets a lot of attention, but he is so good in Crime 101 that people need to sit up and pay notice.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of disregarded him for Furiosa, which I don't understand. That was the best performance of his career. But here, it's a more normalized character. It's not a psychotic, futuristic cult leader. It's just a guy in the jewelry thing. One of the things that did bother me about it is it's always the last job. Can we have a guy who's not doing his last job just once? I just want one more job and then I'm out. And that's always the job that goes awry, right? Well, that's kind of what happens here. Barry Keogh, and I don't know if I'm saying his last name right. He is psychotic as a psychotic jewelry thief. He's the one that Nick Nolte hires when he starts to lose faith in Chris Hemsworth character. And boy, do they do things differently.
I got to tell you, all the stunt work, I don't know how much of it was CGI or AI, whatever you want to call it, as far as the driving and the stunt work goes, but I really want to believe that was practical stunt work.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know either. The fact that you couldn't tell the difference speaks volumes, though.
I mean,
because if you couldn't tell the difference and it was CGI, it kind of proves my point. I don't care if it's CGI or practical, and I know practical effects are making a comeback. I don't care which one you use as long as it works for the movie.
That one scene with the altercation with the motorcycle and the car.
Yeah.
That was awesome. Now there was a guy who his name was Dar Robinson. He was one of the premier.
We've talked about him many times in this show.
Yeah, one of the premier. I'm looking over here. Hi, one of the premier
at the Motorhead jacket
stuntmen that was ever in Hollywood.
He is, yes, or he was.
Yeah, and that is a stunt that he would have done. I'm sure of.
Doug Coleman, who was also a stuntman, who was tied in here to the House of Magic. He may very well have worked on that picture for all I know. He's a stunt coordinator for a lot of films.
And
He most recently worked on a film you guys might have heard of. It's called One Battle After Another.
yeah, I never heard of it. Good movie, really good movie. Little side note
Here we go.
with Dar Robinson: has there been or is there a movie in the works about Dar
I
Robinson?
don't know. I haven't heard anything about it.
That would be cool.
I'm
Anyway,
surprised
yeah.
because he had quite a history. Have you ever watched a documentary about his jump from the building in Atlanta?
Oh, is that the one from Sharky's Machine?
Sharky's Machine?
Yeah.
You watched the documentary?
No, I missed that.
You got to find that documentary because Robinson is certain he can make that jump. And he's determined, but there's also a little bit of fear there as well. Burt Reynolds, who directed that movie, is nervous as hell. He's walking around and I think he would rather this guy doesn't do this jump because at the time, and for all I know, it hasn't been beat. It was the highest free fall in history. And Burt Reynolds is just nervous as all get out. And it's a pretty impressive documentary. And by the way, Sharky's Machine, one of my favorite movies. No matter what Jeff says, he said it was just okay, but he's not here today, so I can tell him he's wrong. Yeah.
And wasn't Burt Reynolds a stuntman?
I believe it was.
He really got big.
Yeah, I believe that he was.
Back to Crime 101. I really, really enjoyed that movie. I thought the music was great. I liked the story.
Music was great.
The photography, the lighting, everything about that movie I thoroughly enjoyed, except for that one thing that we talked about.
Yeah, I don't think that was necessary. I mean, we both noticed it. It's like, oh well, kind of too bad that he's getting away with it.
Unless that's a setup for a sequel.
It's not a setup for a sequel. That just isn't. That's not in the cards. Anyway, Barry Keown. I don't know how to say that name. Barry, could you call us, please, or send us a text here or an email message to roughedgestudios@gmail.com and let us know the proper pronunciation of your name?
He was really
Appreciate
good.
it. He was good. He was really good. Everybody was good in this movie. The director was good. The screenplay was good. Everything worked about it. And I don't know what I'm doing here anymore.
What do you mean?
There we go. Okay, back in action. But I got lost in production for a moment. Anyway, Crime 101, highly recommended. I'm going to ask the question that all the rest of the critics ask. Does it break any new ground? Not really, but it does take you back to an era of movies like LA Confidential and Heat that really make use of the locale as much as anything else, but also deliver on the level of performances. So yeah, Crime 101. In fact, I'd say the movie that reminded me of as I was watching it was Heat. I kept thinking of Heat as I watched that movie, which is a big deal because Heat, obviously considered one of the great movies of all time, and Heat 2 is in the works.
Well, that's going to be kind of hard. Wait a minute.
It's a prequel.
Are we talking about the one De Niro, Kilmer?
Yes, we are.
Oh, two people aren't in that anymore with us anymore.
Did you just hear I said prequel?
Oh, okay.
So does it matter?
Well, yeah, because, well, okay, I guess you don't have to have those two.
I don't know that they should make a sequel to Heat. They should leave it alone and let it be what it is. But they're doing it. So,
well, if it's a prequel,
I don't.
Then again,
why do that? I mean, I know why, because Heat has become a thing of legend now. It wasn't a big hit when it was released, but it has become a thing of legend, and so I get why you do it now. But should you? I don't know.
That was wasn't that the first time that De Niro and Pacino actually worked together on film? I mean, actually together.
I don't know if it was the first time or just one of very few, but it was definitely something like that.
In the Godfather series, they were never actually together. They were the movie together, but their scenes were never together. My understanding.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Because De Niro played his father at a young age.
I'm sorry, say it again.
De Niro was Corleone, the Godfather.
Yeah.
Became the Godfather. So,
so in The Godfather, they weren't on the same
Right.
screen. Okay,
That's
maybe.
what I mean.
They had to do a lot of tricky stuff for the Godfather movie. Yes.
so even though that they were both in the series, or at least the first two movies, they were never really in the same scenes. Whereas in Heat, they were in the
I was
same
going to say that
scenes.
almost have to be. I thought you were talking about Heat, and I'm going, I would have seen that. It seemed they were all of them. So the sequel, Heat 2, is based on a novel written by Michael Mann, who, of course, wrote and directed the movie, and Meg Gardner. And it's both a prequel and a sequel to the original film. So they're going to have to do some movie magic there, I guess. Here's the casting so far, though. You might have heard of these guys. Leonardo DiCaprio and Christian Bale.
No, never heard of them.
Yeah. Big cast news
Yeah.
there. So we'll see what happens. I'm starting to think that my question about whether you should do a sequel or not is just obvious. You obviously should do a sequel.
Yeah, I got to tell you, Leonardo DiCaprio, he has come so far since What's Eating Gilbert Grape. And he was great.
Okay, in what sense do you mean?
Well, I mean, granted, he was a young kid, and his performance in that movie was fantastic.
Yeah, that's kind of my point. It was
he's gotten better and better and better.
But it was always there.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's what I mean. He's come a long way since.
Well, he's gone, especially dollar-wise.
Yeah. Now, I think he was in at least one, had a recurring role in one TV series. I can't remember what it was, but we have gotten to see this young man, well, then, through his career in film.
Have you ever seen The Aviator about
Yes.
Howard Hughes?
Yes,
I like that movie a lot.
It was really fantastic movie.
Did you see what Guillermo del Toro said recently about Martin Scorsese?
No.
It was such a nice thing to say. He said, I would give away a few years of my life if God would extend Martin Scorsese's life by that much. That's pretty high praise there. All right. So anyway, Crime 101 recommended by both of us.
Mm-hmm.
Go see it in theaters while you still can.
And
Excuse me, it's still out there now, and we'll be here next week. So you can check it out at theaters.
Jeff, I know you're listening. Have you seen it? Let us know. Okay.
Well, I was waiting for him to answer.
Yeah, me too.
It's not going to happen.
I was looking up there. There's nothing up
He
there.
listens to the show later, I think, when he's working or something.
That could be. Well, he's driving right now, so he could be listening.
Well, how do you know? He said he was either going to be driving or at Calico Ghost Town.
I've been there.
Yeah, well, you made that abundantly clear. You couldn't wait to tell people that. Jeff sends a text. I'll be at Calico. I was at Calico.
Well, yeah. Oh, I got.
You know what, John?
I got a story to tell you about that.
I've been there twice, and I wrote a book about it. So
okay,
I win.
Book. It was a good book too. It was one of my favorites. Dead Dick.
You know what? Since you said that, we're going to do this and come back. Hi, I'm R. Scott Bolton. I write books. You should read them. rscottbolton.com.
And they're available on Amazon.com. And if you've got Amazon Prime, you're going to get free delivery. There's a plethora of books written by R. Scott Bolton. My favorite is Dead Dick, about a 1940s private detective, hence the term Dick, who has died, hence the word dead. The latest that's available is Bowling Bag in the Back Seat. Get these books, all 40,000 of them. Okay, there's not 40,000. Maybe 39,999. No, not that many.
No. There's 8.
There's 8. And they run the gambit from science fiction to fantasy to everyday cops and robbers to private detective. Not just the 1940s private detective, but present day. And also, one of the books, which again I really like, Dead Dick, has nuns with machine guns riding a Harley. Get these books. You'll enjoy them. Amazon.com, R. Scott Bolton Books. Get them.
rscottbolton.com. Isn't that better than the old days when I'd listen to this guy go on and on? It is. It is.
And
You still have to listen to what's going on.
if you get the books, especially hard copies or paperbacks, or even a Kindle, come down to the studio and Scotty will sign them all.
I will sign your Kindle. It's just wrong, but I will do it.
Oh, it's on the back of it anyway.
What? No, I'll sign the front of it.
Oh, okay.
I've actually seen people do that.
Mm.
So, next up, we've got Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die. Now, John has not seen this movie yet, but my wife wanted to see it when we went to see Sole Mio because they had the trailer for this movie. And she goes, okay, that looks wild. We need to go see that. So we went to see that, and you know what it was? It's freaking wild. It is a crazy movie. It starts off with Sam Rockwell, who appears in a modern day Norm's restaurant. You remember the Norm's restaurants, Johnny?
No.
No, not that Norm. Norm's restaurant. And he stands up and announces to the full house there that he is from the future. And somewhere in that group of diners is the exact combination of things he needs to defend AI in the future from turning the world into a hideous mess, a post-apocalyptic Terminator style world, if you will. Of course, a lot of them think he's crazy, but a couple of them like, yeah, I'll go with you. So he puts together this team of, I think, a total of 8 people, and their task is to maneuver through Los Angeles, avoiding lunatics who want AI to take over, the LAPD, and other so-called hurdles to get to a house where a little boy is creating the device that will create AI that will destroy mankind. That's their task. And it isn't as easy as this sounds. It's only a couple blocks away, but it's a nightmare. They got to go through people's backyards, and meanwhile, all these people are chasing them, and it's bloody, it's violent, it's hysterically funny. Sam Rockwell, once again, knocks it out of the park. He is so hilarious in this. And the cast is amazing too. So in addition to Sam, you've got Juno Temple, who we all know from Ted Lasso. Mm-hmm. She's come a long way since Ted Lasso, that's for darn sure. We got Haley Lou Richardson, Michael Pena, who's one of the best actors in the business. Just terrific. Zazie Beetz is in there as well. And as you're watching this movie, it really does its job well, because it's telling you how the evils of social media and cell phones and that kind of micro-controlled entertainment is destroying your world. And it makes the point very clear that they tell you what's happening. They tell you about the advertising and things like that that's going on. John nodding like he knows, but he's guilty as anybody else about
I'm just agreeing.
How many times have you clicked on something that says Sylvester Stallone, goodbye Sylvester Stallone? How many times have you done it?
Actually, it's popped up on certain things that I'm watching, and I'm going, that's AI.
After the first few times he clicked on it. Anyway, it takes you to a link to buy muscle powder or something. And you've seen the new commercials too, where they say advertising is coming to AI. They touch on that. I felt guilty sitting there with my cell phone in my pocket watching this movie, because they make that point so clearly that this could be a problem. And they barely even mention the environmental problems with all the electricity and water that it uses to run those things. Mm-hmm. They barely even touch on that part of it. But it's a wild and crazy movie that is over the top nuts. I guessed afterwards, I told my wife, I go, that movie had to cost between $80 and $100 million, because it's got CGI monsters in it. It's got tons of people cast in it. It's got towering sets. It was $20 million to make. I know that's a lot of money to you and me. That's cheap for a movie, and it's become a hit because of it, because it will make that money back eventually, I believe. Anyway, if you want to see a movie that will terrify you because it's taking place right now, and give you a tiny bit of hope for the future, this is the movie for you. And also, at the same time, you get a sci-fi adventure. I mean, how does it get better than that? It is a wild, crazy movie, and I highly recommend it to anybody who is a fan of the actors or a fan of this kind of genre, or who just needs to maybe have their eyes opened up a little bit to what's going on. You have any intention of seeing that one, Johnny?
I'm sure I will. Judging from what you've said and what I read, yeah, I'm interested in this movie. Seriously, I thought the movie came out last year.
No,
So
just came out. And the funny thing, not the funny thing, one of the interesting things is we walked into the theater and the cashier, we're buying our popcorn like we always do. And the cashier asked Shelly and I, so what movie are you going to see? And you try to remember the name of this movie because it's, good luck, have fun, don't die. You get those confused every time, put them out of order. But we managed to tell her what movie it was. And she goes, oh, Sam Rockwell. I'll watch anything Sam Rockwell's in. And I realized she's right. And Sam Rockwell, once again, like I told you, he's just brilliant in this role. So go see Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die. And it probably is better seen in theaters. So try to get there and why it's still playing there now. So anyway, those are my two reviews. What did you see, Johnny? And I know it's going to be all the silly Thursday night shows on ABC.
actually, this past week,
Nuh-uh.
no, I have not caught up on the two shows that I really like to watch. Actually, there's three shows I really like to watch on ABC. The Rookie, Will Trent, and what's that one with the girl?
High Potential.
God, I can't remember. No. High Potential. Those are my three favorites that's on ABC. Now, I'm sure there'll be some new ones coming out soon, but right now.
Yeah, The Rookie is the stupidest show on TV.
But you can't stop watching
But you can't stop watching it because there's one actor on there who is so bad she has no business being on television. Sometimes she delivers a line and you just stare at her and go, this is a nationally televised program. Why? How can she be so bad in this? But everybody else is terrific. You've fallen in love with all the characters, even though when I say it's the stupidest show on TV, Nathan Fillion's wife is what would she say? She's an emergency fireman or
she does work for the fire department,
and she's
I don't know. I think she's an
emergency tech.
Everything.
We'll just say emergency tech. Every time there's an incident with Nolan, who is Nathan Fillion's character, she's the first one on site. It's like, is she hovering over him? And by the way, I guess if you're in the medical profession, you want to be hovering near him because nobody gets shot at as much as Nolan does on The Rookie. He is the most shot at cop in LA. It's just a ridiculous show, but yeah, I'm still watching it. If the episodes hadn't got any better than the first episode of this season, I would have stopped because that was one of the worst episodes ever. It was so atrociously ridiculous. I didn't think I was going to be able to stomach it. But it got better. As far as Will Trent is concerned, again, we've talked about this ad nauseum, but I am just stunned that how good the Will Trent books are, how different they are than the TV series, and how well the TV series works anyway. It's just an amazing feat for me that has become what it is. And High Potential is kind of monk in a skirt. And again, the characters, the people you return for every week. And I also like High Potential because it follows a pattern. They have a true mystery that she's solving in her head constantly because she sees things that other people don't see. Not supernatural things, but she just has a way of looking at the world differently. And about 2/3 into every episode, she goes, I know what happened. And then you have to unfold that to find out what happened in the last 20 minutes. And I really enjoy that as well. So I guess the Chicago shows are on NBC or something.
Yeah, the Chicago Fire, PD, and Med are NBC. I really enjoy Chicago Fire, Chicago PD. I just could not really get into Chicago Med. I don't know why. They do a lot of crossovers.
Yeah.
And I do know they have a crossover coming up soon, which involves all three, which I'll probably end up watching.
That's just called Chicago et al.
Yeah.
Yeah.
CBS right now, I think, has the best lineup. They got the
They got
NCIS. There's 3 of them.
they got Matlock.
Elsbeth, which you don't care for, but I do. Because
Elsbeth is another Monk show, but it's not as good as High Potential.
what I like about Elsbeth is the actress.
She's
who plays
terrific.
Elsbeth.
What's
She
her name?
is. Yeah, Carrie.
I don't know her last name, so you're on your own.
But
She is very good, though.
yeah, and it's a character that she brought over from The Good Wife.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
So that's the same character, not just.
She played a
Oh.
lawyer in The Good Wife, and the same character.
I never would have guessed that. That shows you how much attention I paid to The Good Wife.
She does that character so well. She was also in True Blood,
Yes, she was. That's what I know her from mostly.
and she was also had a recurring role in Person of Interest.
Never watched that.
Really, really good series.
By the way, breaking announcement: Pretzel's medicine is ready at Vaughn's. Okay, go ahead.
Cool. Which means, that reminds me, I've got to go pick up my meds at CVS.
See, there you go.
Hey,
And if you're waiting for meds out there, make sure you call your pharmacy and see if they're available.
before you go all the way,
This has
over.
turned into a very weird portion of the show.
Yeah.
Jeff, apologies. Please come back to Spite.
What was the movie that Tarantino directed? Had Bruce Willis in it.
Pulp Fiction, one of the greatest movies of all time,
That was Pulp Fiction.
where he played the boxer.
And he rides a Harley, and
And his girlfriend asks him to kiss it.
no,
She does.
I don't think it was that one.
Well, there's no other Tarantino movie where he.
Okay, which is the one where he's down in that basement with Ving Rhames?
That's
Rhames.
Pulp Fiction.
That was Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We'll talk about it later.
Great movie.
Yes, fantastic.
On a scale of 1 to 10, it's so funny because when Pulp Fiction initially came out, I had been reading, because it played in overseas first. I've been reading about walkouts. People were walking out of Pulp Fiction, despite the fact that most people said it was one of the best movies they'd ever seen. So Steve Snyder and I went to see Pulp Fiction when it played at the local I think it was still a Man Theater. There might have been a Regency by now. But anyway, and there were about 10 of us in the theater. And yet at the end of the movie, it was just Steve and I. Now, I know Pulp Fiction's a long movie, but it's not that long. But a lot of people couldn't follow the broken chronology. You know how he told the story kind of out of order?
Mhm.
A lot of people couldn't follow that. But it was funny that out of 10 people, 8 of them left. And it was a late night show, so that could have something to do with it too. But I worship at the feet of that movie. That's just a classic movie. What are you looking up now?
I found it. We'll talk about it after.
Okay.
No, it is about one of the actors from that show.
They died, didn't they?
Yeah.
See, I knew it. He just goes to
Well, I
death.
told you I was
He just creeps toward death. It's like, God, somebody died.
Hey, look at my age.
Yeah, that's a good point. Is that what his handle tell people? How old are you? Oh, I'm 86. Yeah, you'll be dead soon.
Wait, what?
Bill Handel always does that.
I got to get a shirt that says, "Wait, what?"
John, you don't. You did not create that line. It does not become your.
I don't care. I
Tagline.
want a shirt, but the thing is, the shirt will actually say, "Wait, what?" It won't just be printed. It'll say, it'll be a talking shirt. Ooh. Okay, somebody just.
I never thought we'd get to this point as we were on the air, folks, but
somebody
apparently
stole my idea.
we got there.
I am looking for, and it's going to be on CBS, and you'll probably be able to find it on Paramount Plus, and that's Marshall's.
Of course you are. They've been advertising the heck out of that. There you go, John. There's your shirt. Wait, what?
Fantastic. Is that Cafe Press?
No, it's printerval.com. TeePublic also has one. I like TeePublic a lot. All right.
Cool.
Anyway, there it is. What is Marshall's about? Who's in it?
Marshall's.
It's about that department store.
Yeah,
The people who. Oh no.
Yeah. I don't want to say it's the continuing saga of Yellowstone, but a lot of the carryover characters from Yellowstone are in it.
Marshall stars Luke Grimes as Casey Dutton. With the Yellowstone Ranch behind him, Dutton joins an elite unit of U.S. Marshals, combining his skills as a cowboy with his skills as a over testosterone man, like most of the characters in Taylor Sheridan films.
See,
I made up most of that, but it's true.
Casey Dutton, when he first left home.
By the way, it's got a 43% on the Rotten Tomatoes scale.
When he left home, he joined the military, became a Navy SEAL. And we find all that back in the Yellowstone series. And with all that behind him, that's one of the reasons that he decided he wanted to become a marshal. And there's other reasons. So I just wanted to give that little background.
How is that going to play on regular television versus streaming networks?
I don't know.
Because they're going to have to, they can't go full bore on it like they can Yellowstone and things like that.
I don't know.
It'll be interesting.
Now, unless I'm mistaken, which I very well could be, I'm pretty sure it's going to be on
CBS. It is. No, I watched a couple of shows on CBS last night. Oh, that's something I want to talk. We'll get to that. It wasn't CBS even, but and they were advertising Marshalls to death. It was crazy. I've never been a fan of the Taylor Sheridan TV shows. People give me a lot of crap about that. You don't like Yellowstone? What do you know? I don't like Yellowstone. I think it's a bunch of over testosterone men saying rough words to each other and doing things. This doesn't interest me. Same with Landman, I don't like that either. And the thing is, I love the stars. Billy Bob Thornton, I'll watch anything in him, but I can't watch that. I tried. It's like, no, it's just more of the same from him. My son and I agree. Taylor Sheridan's movies are better than his TV shows. That's just the bottom line. And I know that the TV shows is playing to a certain base right now. You're part of that base. Mm-hmm. And that's fine. It just isn't for me. What's for me is Scrubs made its return. Scrubs ran what, 8 years?
It ran that long?
I'm pretty sure it did. Did you watch Scrubs?
Yeah.
Let's see. Seasons, Scrubs. Anyway, they decided to bring it back. I'm sorry. It was 9 seasons of Scrubs.
Wow.
So,
that long?
That long. And it was one of those shows that was silly and it was fun. The characters, you believed the characters, even though they were all over the top. And it had heart. It had every episode had either a broken heart or a love-filled heart or something, but every episode had that some level of that to it. So they've rebooted Scrubs and they've released the first 2 episodes of it. JD is now the head of the hospital, the head of medicine at the hospital. His friend is a surgeon, and the rest of virtually all of the cast is there.
This is when they're not doing T-Mobile commercials.
Yes, that's true. Well, I think that's part of what brought Scrubs back is the popularity of those T-Mobile commercials. Because those guys have genuine brotherly chemistry.
The camaraderie.
You can feel it, man. You actually can feel it. So when JD comes to the hospital, he's just doing it as a visit. But his previous boss is there, John C. McGinley.
Mm-hmm. Who is great. But sadly, he's leaving and he wants JD to take over the hospital, the medicine department for him. I read somewhere, and I don't know how true this is, so don't hold me to this, that McGinley didn't want to do Scrubs again. He didn't want to return to that show, but they convinced him to do the 1 episode so he could do the follow through. So the sad thing is that all we're going to get of his character in Scrubs? He might have
he might. And the janitor's the same way. The guy who played the janitor, he's not in every episode like he was in the original, but he's going to make appearances here and there. So hopefully, same guy.
He was good.
Oh yeah, he was. And the beauty of it is despite the fact all these years have passed, they still managed to capture everything that you love about Scrubs. Those 2 guys are absolutely silly together. They're giddy. They're in love with each other. There's no other way to say it. And they instantly just start playing and having fun and working together very well together at the same time. And JD to Zach Braff's credit and to the writer's credit, still maintains a bit of that childish innocence and craziness that he had from the original Scrubs, but there's an adult side to him, a mature side to him in this that he has to balance it with. And it's really impressive as hell how well they've balanced it. Because now he's back, the chief of medicine at the hospital where his best friend of all time is a surgeon, which is great, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he also has to make the decisions about who gets the expensive equipment.
Yeah.
Does he get it, or does my ex-wife, Sarah Chalk, who's in this as well, get it?
I didn't realize that their characters got married.
I think that's something you learn from this episode.
Oh, okay.
And married and divorced. So it's just so good. And there's a nostalgic thing to it, of course, as well. But they've done so very well at recreating the original and giving it again. That heart is there. Is that I only saw 2 episodes. Once I'm with John, I'm glad they didn't drop them all at once because I would have watched the entire series. And I still might do that, but it's terrific.
Judy Reyes.
Yes.
Is it Reyes or Reyes?
I would say Judy Reyes.
She's also, or maybe she is leaving High Potential.
Why would she leave High Potential?
2 different networks, isn't it?
2 different jobs.
Well, because High Potential is ABC.
Yep.
And what network is Scrubs?
Scrubs, but I think is NBC.
Okay.
But why can't it happens all the time? Why would that be different?
I don't know.
Because she's a woman? See, this is what I have to deal with.
Oh, it's not that she's just a woman. She is a fantastic actress.
She is a fantastic actor, yes. And it's good to see her back in her role too, because she steps right back into the skin of it. She's so different in in High Potential, than she is in Scrubs that you forget.
I think she would fit in High Potential.
She'd fit anywhere. She's an amazing actor, and I really like her a lot. So anyway, Scrubs, all over it. Can't wait for more. It's so good to be back with this cast and those characters. And again, they've nailed it just like the original was nailed. Excuse me 1 second. I have a text from the wife that might pertain to the show.
Ew.
Let's see what she says.
Hello. Scotty's wife. Oh, and I
see
this came out. It didn't, and it's the first one today. Here.
She is at the grocery store and they have fried chicken ice cream.
Oh.
Not making it up. You can't see it. But anyway.
Let me know when they get
hopefully she won't get that.
Let me know when they get chicken fried steak ice cream. Ooh, chicken fried bacon ice cream.
Chicken fried puke. That's disgusting.
Chicken fried bacon is so good. So bad, but so good.
Cafe 126, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, here's the problem with it. They give you too much to start with.
Yeah.
And then you eat it and you realize that every bite is killing your heart as you chew. And you can't stop. It's bad. All right. So I think we are out of here.
Heroin.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's the crack of bacon. It's really bad, but it's so good.
Well, yeah, it's chicken fried.
Yeah, that's my point.
The only other. Oh, and then there's Fair Time. We got the chocolate covered bacon. I'm sorry.
Which is also very good, and the deep fried Oreos and the $15 corn dogs.
And then those gigantic turkey legs. And those things are huge.
Josh always wanted to get one of those. And 2 years ago, I think he finally broke down and decided, because it's like $15, $16 or something, or maybe even 20. And so he finally broke down and went and bought one. And he said he took 2 bites and it was gross and he threw it away. So he won't get that again. There was a place last year at the fair that had steak dinners. You could sit there and order a filet mignon with mashed potatoes and whatever and vegetables and sit down and eat a full steak dinner. And it was just a trailer like the rest of them. But I thought, what an interesting idea. Don't know how it did, but interesting idea. All right, folks, we are out of here. We will see you next week. Jeff Genet will be back in-house. Hopefully, because Monday he's going to the Haunted Museum. So if he gets out of that, he'll be here on the show again, and we will definitely be talking about the Haunted Museum ad nauseum.
And hopefully we'll have a first run report.
No, he didn't do anything on first run this week. He's been getting ready to go on his trip.
Well, you could always say, yeah, well, okay, we did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll also be talking next week. What is next week? The following week. We'll be talking about a concept that John had for the show based on racism. Why don't you go ahead and tell everybody what it is?
Movies about Irish people. And you notice I did not do my Irish accent.
Not yet.
But it's coming.
I'm so sorry. All right, folks, we'll see you next week. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. If you're listening and would like to see the video version of this show, just go to roughedge.tv and you can see it there, along with all the other podcasts we have here. If you are bored and have nothing else to do, give us a like, subscribe. It doesn't hurt you and it helps us.
And before you do the last word, I just want to say, please, I know you like to stream movies. Please go to your local movie theaters, especially the mom and pop theaters, because they're dwindling. We need to save the big screen. And when I say the big screen, the gigantic big screen.
There are some movies that don't need to be seen on the big screen, but they're always better on the big screen, whether they need to be seen that way or not. They're always better. And Project Hail Mary, I'm thinking I want to go IMAX on that baby. I want to go drive out to Santa Clarita and see the IMAX version of it.
I mean, even the older movies like To Kill a Mockingbird, certain movies, Ben-Hur, these movies need.
Where did the original play?
Big screen.
That's right. And Ben-Hur is going to be back in theaters for one of those one night Fathom events. So,
we should go.
No, I told you when we were watching the trailer for it, I've seen Ben-Hur on the Cinerama Dome.
Oh yeah,
it's not going to get better than that. So.
That's true. What is I know we're running, but what is the latest that you've heard?
John, when's the last time you ran anywhere?
1960.
See, I ran just last week. I was chasing the ice cream truck, but anyway.
And then it stopped and he ran right into it. Bam.
Got a free ice cream.
What's the latest that you've heard on the Cinerama Dome?
Nothing's changed since the last time we talked about it. They're still working on the planning, trying to get it reopened. And I told you the problem is that there's a shopping mall attached to it now. So they got to figure out what to do with that, because you can't open one and not open the other, or you can't buy one without the other, apparently. I don't know.
Parking will be terrible.
I was so excited when Tarantino was toying with the idea of buying it. I thought, but apparently the numbers didn't work. So, and I don't mean the sales numbers, because he could have bought it, but I mean the ongoing numbers. That's where things get expensive. So still the best theater I've ever been to in my life. And I've been to a lot of theaters. Ouch. I got a blood drawn and I got a little bruise here. She was really nice. She was a good person though. All right. We'll see you guys next week. Again, Jeff will be back. John won't be. And
okay.
Just over his head.
Wait, what? Because Jeff's not here, I'm going to say something that he likes to beat me to. Popcorn. Well, you did it once.
This is what I live for, guys.
Okay, you can do the last word, yeah.
Bye.
Brought to you by The Grape, Ventura County's premier jazz venue and cocktail lounge, located at 2733 East Main Street in Ventura. For menu and music schedule, visit them online at thegrape.club.
This has been a Rough Edge Studios production.